Hey, what's going on everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and check this out. We have an original PlayStation right here that we are going to be unboxing in 2017. I know, kind of odd, right? But I have never unboxed one of these before. I've owned several PlayStations, but I've never unboxed one or owned one with the original packaging. So this will be pretty fun to check out. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, the original PlayStation is one of my favorite, if not my favorite console of all time. So I ended up finding this today at a thrift store after discount, paid $32 for it, which for a complete in-box PlayStation 1, I feel like was pretty solid, especially since I saw them selling for more complete in-box. But I decided to check this out, and we're going to be unboxing this here. I'm excited to show you all. I haven't done a full unboxing. I just kind of spot checked it to make sure that everything was in there. But as you can see, this is the PlayStation and advertised DualShock version of the PlayStation, which has the console and one of these really cool new DualShock controllers at the time. Well, I actually kind of question how new it is because right here, if we look at the top, this is the 9001 model, and this, in case you don't know, it is a North American PlayStation because of the 1, but because of the 9000 model, this is one of the last, I believe it is the last fat PlayStation model that came out prior to the PS1 or the PlayStation 1 Slim, whatever you want to call it. I refer to that as the PS1 most of the time. So right here, we got our serial number information, the UPC there, of course, and of course this thing has been opened, and it looks like this thing's been moved a few times as well. The shop I bought it from, they had taped it up, not these tapes, but they used some smaller tape on the top of the box here, which I already removed. There's also, this big tape right here that was probably put there like in a move that the previous owner had. I mean, it also has like this little square right here, which maybe it was something to, hold a display to it of some kind, so we'll see what's in here. But anyways, we can go ahead, well, before we look at the back, that's the last part I want to look at here. If we look at the side here, it includes a console, an analog controller, which is a DualShock controller, an AV cable, an AC power cord, printed materials, and that's about it when it comes to the contents there. On the other side, it has all of the PlayStation accessories that you can pick up, well, at least a good amount of them, including the regular controller, the analog controller, memory card, mouse, multi-tap, link cable, S-video cable, AV cable, RFU adapter, and an AV adapter. Neat. And on the bottom side here, it just says PlayStation, DualShock, and has a few other logos right there. Now, on the back of the box, in my opinion, is the coolest part, just because, I mean, look at this. It looks like you're going back into a time machine here. You could tell that they tried their best to really put some really impressive screenshots right here, just so people would be seeing this, they're super impressed, and they would be picking up the system. I mean, it works. They have some really dope games right here. Gran Turismo 2, Medieval 2, the Spyro game as well. There's a lot of 2s right here. I was just kind of naming these off. I was like, oh, there's a lot of sequels. But nothing wrong with that, because most of these games, if not all of them, are pretty good. I just really didn't play the sports games here because that wasn't my thing, but that's pretty neat. As for the specifications down here, this system has a double-speed CD-ROM, custom multiple processors for 3D graphics and CD stereo quality sound, full-frame video at 30 frames per second, 16.8 million simultaneous colors, 360,000 polygons per second, a dedicated 32-bit RISC CPU, 2 megabytes of RAM, and 1 megabyte of VRAM. Look at these exciting PlayStation features, including realistic 3D graphics in real time, high quality stereo sound, fast responsive gameplay, ever-changing 3D perspectives, and broadcast quality resolution. Neato. I'd also show you all the serial number, but it is blocked by some of the manual stuff right here. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, or like actually properly open it right here, because I have yet to do that. So I'm gonna open this up. Looks like this is just like a really old dried up rubber band. Now this is about as far as I've gotten into the system so far. I just checked out a few of the things here. And one of the first things we're getting in this, I got a bonus, I guess. Right here, I end up getting one of these performance brand RFU adapters. So this is back when, you had composite, RF, or S-video, and the PlayStation was more optimized for composite, I would say. That's what most people were using. But if you had a really old TV at the time, RF was the way to go, but you had to get one of those adapters separately. So neat. We have this adapter right here, but of course this did not come with the original system since this is performance branded. Don't really know what I'm going to do with this one in 2017, honestly, but at least we got something extra in that. Next up, we have the elusive analog controller, which, to be honest, aside from it being a little bit dirty, like I'm going to have to clean it up here, it's actually not in bad shape. Like, most notably, wow, hold on. Those analog sticks look like they've hardly ever, like, honestly, hold on. These analog sticks look like they've hardly ever been used. Like, normally you have kind of like some wear and tear at the base right there. I'm not seeing that at all. Wow. And the craziest thing is, I mean, this does have some residue on here. It looks like some more rubber band residue, maybe like it snapped or something. And it looks like it's been rubber banded for a while, but man. So I almost have a little theory here, and because of that square at the front of the box, maybe this was in a previous life in a game store and it was just a display box. It doesn't look like it's been weathered or anything though, so that's interesting. But this controller is in extremely solid condition. I'm actually impressed with that. I do need to clean it a bit, but the condition-wise, it feels great. It feels like it's barely been used, if ever, really. So right here we have a few things, and now we're getting into the original packaging. I'll try not to throw down that controller. We'll get into the original packaging here, which, check this out. We have a few of these things. Let's go ahead, open these up. There we go. We have these, again, these look like they've probably been retied, but it looks like they really haven't been used all that much. These composite cables, which I'm probably not going to be using, honestly. And, of course, the power cable right here, and it's one of these ones. It's not the figure 8 one, it's the little modified figure 8 one. So we have these two. It's nice to have the original one, so that's pretty neat to have. And finally, let's see what else is in the box. I don't think that's the last thing, but it looks like we have something pretty neat in here. Let's give this a shot. All right. There it is. The PlayStation itself. Hold on, there's something moving around in there. I have a feeling it's a memory card, honestly. So let's see. Let's go ahead, untape this right here. If I can, actually, oh, there we go. All right. Interesting how they end up taping this up. And do they have some more tape? Yes, they do. Just tape on tape on tape, making sure this thing got out nicely. All right. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. And there we go. It is the matching model, the 9001 model. There we go. It does have a little bit of residue on it, but actually, this thing feels so clean. This thing feels incredibly clean. Wow. Okay, let's open. Oh, hey, look, I got a free game. Neato. Kind of scratched up, but Armyman Air Attack right here. So that was definitely not supposed to be in there, but too late. It's already mine. Technically, I paid for it. And nice. All right, so obviously the system has been used before, but it's in such solid shape. I am very impressed with this. I'm really struggling to find any type of scratches on here, and even like some little stuff that can just be cleaned up. But honestly, the system itself feels incredibly clean. So neato. And when was this made? This was manufactured in June of 2000. There we go. There we go. That's history right there. You know, the crazy thing is as well, too, I mean, it's weird thinking about this, but I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this video are younger than this PlayStation, because as much as we don't want to think about it, this thing that I'm holding right now is 17 years old. This specific model, that's crazy. That is crazy. And finally, let's see what else we have. Of course, we have the styrofoam right there. We're missing the top styrofoam, but we have the manual. So we can go ahead and put that back over. And let's see what this is. The instruction manual for the PlayStation that's totally been bent in half. Aside from that, honestly, that's pretty neat. I've never looked through one of these either. Oh, here we go. Connecting your PlayStation to a TV set. Just in case you don't know how to do that. That's cool. That's really cool. So, whoever had this before, I have to say major props. They took impressive care of this system. This is awesome. This is awesome. You know what? I think this is going to be, I picked this up more as a collector's piece for me because I did want to have a boxed PlayStation, but I don't even want to mod this thing, man. I don't want to touch it. This thing is great. I'm going to, of course, be excluding this, and I'll be taking I'll probably still throw the RF module in there, just because it's not going to hurt anything, but man, this thing is cool. This thing is nice. Very nice. And that sticker, I mean, just everything. Again, like, the previous owner really took care of this system, so I'm very impressed. Oh boy. So anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Really appreciate you watching this. Appreciate you going through memory lane, nostalgia lane with me. And if you have any PlayStation memories, you know what? I'd love to read them. Drop them down below in the comments section if you have anything to share. And this has been unboxing an original PlayStation in 2017. This is Mr. Mario signing off for real this time. Later, everyone.